and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be filming. I know it's been a hot minute. My daughter was on vacation, from school, and I didn't realize how difficult it is to film with her. Filming is something that takes up the entire day, at least for me, because this is new to me and I'm still learning a lot in the way, and there's no way I can film with her around. She just takes up a lot of my time. So I was kind of glad, in a way, that it's terrible. I was kind of glad that school started so that I could get back to filming, because I'm having so much fun doing this and I have a lot of videos to catch up on. So today's video is going to be about Boxy Charm. Of course, this is the December Boxy Charm subscription, and I love everything that came in this box this month. And let me tell you everything that came in the box. This Pure Cosmetic Buff Collection eyeshadow palette, it's very similar, and people are comparing it to the nude palette from Urban Decay. As far as the pigments go, I found it to be very powdery, lots of fallouts. So that is the downfall, but the good side to this palette is I did try one color wet and it automatically turned it into a cream texture. It was amazing. So wet, it works great, but dry, it is very powdery. You will have a lot of fallout. My suggestion to you is to do your eyes before you do your foundation and your concealer, and that palette retails for $50. The next item is an Ofra liquid lipstick, and as you can see by my thumbnail that I did have this color on, and obviously you're gonna see me apply it in the video. Ofra makes really good liquid lipsticks. This is a very pretty vibrant color. I think it's like your main accessory for the night if you wear this color out. This is like the one thing that people are gonna look at, and I'm not a big fan of these colors on me. I mean, I like them, but it's definitely not something that I would wear. Doesn't mean that I'm going to not be doing bold colors in the future. I think I need to start stepping out of my comfort zone and start wearing these bold colors, because I am not a real big bold color lip kind of girl. So I am gonna start to step out of my comfort zone and start trying these bold colors. But I did try it on, and I did take it off for the tutorial. But the Ofra liquid lipsticks, they are really good liquid lipsticks. I love them because you could even reapply and they don't get patchy like the NYX does. A lot of liquid lipsticks get very patchy as you apply them. You could only apply one layer. The Ofra ones are amazing. You could apply a layer on top of a layer and it's just becoming more bold, but it doesn't break apart. Now, that Ofra liquid lipstick retails for $19.90. The next item is this highlighter, mineral face and body shimmer in the color Diamond Kiss, and it's from a brand called Cougar by Paula Dunn. I've never heard of this brand. Now I opened it and I said, oh great, another yellow powder, another banana powder, that's all I need. But sure enough, it is a highlighter. It is absolutely nothing like it looks like in the container. It's more like a goldy, champagne-y color, and it has silver undertones too. And it's the highlighter that I have on, and it's very subtle and it's pretty. I did like it. And I mean, I love loose powder highlights because you do get a lot of product, even though they do get messy. And that retails for $24. And my next item is this coral lip liner. I didn't put it on. It's just a really pretty coral color. I think it'll look really pretty for spring and summer, and that retails for $14. The next item is a Butter of London nail polish. I had this nail polish on during the holidays. This color is actually prettier on than it is on the container. I really like this color, and it's like a nice burgundy color. It's called Ruby Murray, and the butter nail polish retails for $15. Those are all the items in the Boxy Charm subscription, and all of this, if you add this all up, it retails for like $123. This is a great deal, you guys. This is only $21, I think, a month. I mean, who could beat that? And they definitely send a lot of good product. Now I want to talk about some of the items that I do have on right now. Some of the products that I will have on today, I want to talk about because this is the first time that I used them. I bought them during the holiday. I went on a kind of a haul, makeup haul, and this foundation I want to talk about because I do like it. However, I like it more during the summertime, springtime, when it's a little more warmer outside. I have dry skin, and in the winter it does, obviously it becomes more dry. Typically it's more normal to dry, but in the winter it gets dry. And this foundation I love, but the only way that it'll work for me in the winter time is if I mix it in with a couple of my Photo Finish primer oil from Smashbox, and I mix the two in a plate and I apply it, and I like it. It's a really nice finish, but if you have dry skin, you want to mix the two together to get a nice formula for somebody who has dry skin like myself. I am in the color 5.0, and I really like this foundation, but like I said, in the winter time it isn't my favorite. The next item I want to talk about that is very new to me, it's the first time I have it on today, is the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. Now this has that triangle shaped tip, and I am a fan of the tips like this at the beginning when they're brand new because it's so nice and pointy, but honestly after the second or third time you use it, that point it's pretty much worn off, so it doesn't draw as thin as you want it to, unless you like, you know, shave it down on the paper, but who'd want to do that and waste product, right? And I also have, oh, and by the way, I am a shade number 4 on both of these items, and it has, you know, your spoolie at the end. And I also use the Brow Benefit, I guess this is also a cream gel brow, the Brow Benefit cream gel brow, and also in the number 4. And it's just like, you know, the Anastasia pomade. You do get less product in here, but that doesn't really bother me since this stuff will last me a long time. And it also has a little brush here at the end that you can attach it to the back of the jar. Now this is my first time using this. I find it that I either overshaded my brows or I used too much product. Maybe I should have used one and not both. I like my brows to be more sparse, more see-through. Like I want to see my skin through it. I want to see like brow hair like strokes. And I don't feel like I was able to achieve that with this. But again, like I said, it's the first time I used it. I don't know, maybe I have to play with it more. I still am a fan of my Anastasia stuff more than this, but I'm going to continue to use it and give it a try because I hear a lot of people love it. And you know, maybe just try one and not the other, or try the Brow by itself. And another item that I used that was new was this Photo Finish Hydrating Under Eye Primer. I really don't know what to say about it because I just put it on today for the first time. I mean, so far I like it. I like the texture and I like that it really blended in, and it didn't feel like a primer. You know, some primers, I don't know about you, but some primers for me, when I rub them into my face, you almost start seeing like a fallout, like a rubbery base fallout, and I hate primers like that. I know you have to pat them in. I know that there's a way to apply them, and you should apply them in a certain way, like in a patting motion, but I have to be careful with what primers I use during the winter months because my skin is dry and some primers tend to either mattify or dry out the skin. Now this primer for under the eyes was really hydrating and very smooth to the touch, so I did like it, but I will tell you in the future how it turned out. Let me know what you guys think. I hope you liked this tutorial, and stick around. I'll be making a lot more tutorials coming soon, and thank you guys for watching. Alright guys, so let's get started. I'm first using my Trish McAvoy Instant Eye Lift. I love this primer because it really cancels any veins or dark circles that I have on my eyelid, and it's also a great primer. Now I'm going to set my shadow with Quartz, starting at the high arches of my brow bone. I'm packing it there to highlight first, and then I'm just going to drag the color down with a fluffy brush. And that'll set the eyeshadow. Not a lot, just a little. First I'm grabbing rose quartz and I'm applying it on my brow bone. Next I'm using the color Dune right on my crease. And then I'm going to get a clean, fluffy brush, and then I'm going to blend that in. Again, I'm using a clean blending brush, my Morphe M433. I'm grabbing more of that color Dune in the palette, and I'm applying that on my brow bone. And I'm going to reach almost the arch, but not quite, leaving that area white. So it's more than just the crease that you're applying Dune on. Now I'm going to grab the color Sandstone in the palette, which is a nice goldy color, and I'm applying that right on my lid. Oh, it's very dusty, but it's very pigmented as well. So you want to grab your clean blending brush and you want to just blend that away. It's got a lot of fallouts, that's why I didn't do my concealer yet. You never want to do your concealer until you try a shadow and know whether it has a lot of fallouts or not, because or else you're going to be cleaning away the concealer. So I'm glad I didn't put my concealer on, because this does have a lot of fallouts. I'm grabbing my 215 MAC brush and I am dipping it in the color Dust, and I am concentrating this on my outer V. So what I'm doing is, as you can see, I'm almost tapping. I'm placing the color there, and then we're going to blend it, because you want that area to be the strongest. And now you grab your clean blending brush. Now I'm going to grab the color Canyon, and I'm going to apply that in my inner 1/3. And then you're going to grab a clean blending brush and you're going to blend that. Now with the MAC 215, I'm going to grab my darkest color in the palette called Mirage. It's got a lot of fallouts. And I'm going to intensify that corner on my outer third. And then grab your blending brush and make sure that's nicely blended. And now I'm going to go back into the palette and grab the color Sahara. I'm going to try to wet it and see how pigmented and how well these colors work when they're wet. I'm going to get a synthetic brush, wet the tip, and wet the brush, dip it in Mesa. Oh yeah, they work really nicely wet. Wow, I think these shadows work better wet than dry, to be honest. Well, at least with this one color that I'm testing, Mesa, as soon as I dipped it into the shadow, it completely turned creamy and very pigmented. So as far as using them wet, I'd say they work pretty well. Now I'm going to grab Quartz, the white one, and just go over my brow bone and then get a little bit of Sahara right next to it and just lightly go over it, not a lot, because I don't want the brow bone to be so white. So I'm going to go over it with Sahara just a little and brush it over to make it more metallic, because this is an all metallic eye look. First, I am putting a black larger than life from NARS, and it always helps when you have your lashes on, because you could lift your eyelid back, and I just find it so much easier to apply liner on your waterline on your lower lid, on your upper lid. And I like to get really, really good in between all the hair. Something on this side. Now with the brush that the eyeshadow palette came with, I'm gonna get the small side and dip it into Mojava, which is a rose gold, really pretty, and it's a really bright rose gold, and apply that on my lower lash lid. And now with my Morphe M32 flat shader brush, I'm going to grab the dark color Mirage, and I am going to blend that in right there on the lower lash hair, on the lower lash line. These shadows are so pretty, but there's just way too many fallouts. You might want to just do your eyeshadow first and then do your foundation, your concealer, and everything else. Next, I'm going to use my Morphe E18, which is a nice tight blending brush, very small one, and it's clean. I'm going to go ahead and just blend that, the two, Mirage and Mojava, and just blend those two colors together. Let's grab Sandstone, because that is the color that we used on our top lid, and blend that underneath. And you don't want to get a lot, just very little. Tap your brush. And you kind of want to go right underneath your lash line. Going back and adding some color, because sometimes, you know, with all the blending, the colors do end up kind of disappearing. So it's always good to go back and just add more to your work as you go along and see if you even need it. I think this is the final work. I'm just contemplating on whether I want to do a black liner on my waterline or a nude like I always do, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and do black, because I always do a nude liner on my lower waterline. It is my favorite look, but I like to always try new things, even though I've tried it before. Let's get real here. But it's always good to kind of stick out of your comfort zone, and the nude is my comfort zone. So I'm gonna go ahead and do black, the same one, NARS Via Veneto. I'm gonna apply that on my waterline. Now mascara and then concealer, and I will be right back. Okay guys, I applied my concealer and I set it. Now I'm going to use my bronzer and bronze my skin. I'm using the NARS Laguna bronzer. I'm not really contouring, but I'm just bronzing in those areas. Make sure you get your ears. And with the same bronzer, I'm just going to contour my nose a little bit, not a lot. Alright, now we're going to grab the highlighter that came in our Boxy Charm. I'm starting with a little because I really don't know how this is going to turn out. It's pretty. And because I did the blush last, I'm picking this color that has like a pearlescent. This is from Vincent Longo called La Rivera Sun. And it says it's a face and body bronzer, but I am going to apply this on my cheeks. Typically I do my blush before I do my highlight, but because I wanted to see how intense the highlight was, I don't like to have too much. So sometimes I just do bronzer and highlight, or sometimes I just do bronzer and blush. But this is a really pretty blush that you can do after you highlight it, because it's very light. It's not a dark blush at all. Very pretty. And now we're gonna do the lips. And we are gonna try the one that came in the Boxy Charm box. It's a very, very vivid, it's a long-lasting liquid, a very vivid purple. This is really outside of my comfort zone. I don't typically do colors like this. I don't mind them. I'll do them once in a while, maybe if I'm going out and I just want to dress up my look with a good bold lip, I'll do something like this, but this is definitely out of my comfort zone. So let's see how it looks. I'm not even gonna do lip liner. Oh my god. This is intense. I hope I like this enough to do it in my intro, because this is intense. So sorry if I'm not in frame. Ofra has some of the best liquid lipsticks. They're so easy to apply and they're just evenly. They go on evenly. And right now I'm reapplying. And they just go on so evenly. They're not patchy at all. So kudos to Ofra for making great liquid lipsticks. That was it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it was easy to follow, and if you don't have items like this, you know, you can always use other colors. You don't have to use these exact colors. You can use colors that are very similar, but I do hope that it was easy to follow, and if you did like it, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, and share it with your friends. Subscribe for more future videos. Thank you guys.